G'day everyone, Jason here with a review of LEGO set 80103 Dragon Boat Race. This is a continuation of the Chinese New Year sets or Chinese festivals. So this is the actual Dragon Boat Race set, and it is exclusive to Asia at the moment, but I believe within 6 months' time it'll be available worldwide on the shop at home, unlike the other exclusives. So the Chinese New Year dinner and the Dancing Dragon basically will only be limited, but all limited sets from now on, according to LEGO, will be available 6 months after the limited release worldwide. So that is good for collectors. So the outside the box shows all of the different scenes that are in the set. You'll note that obviously the boats do not float, but they do have wheels on them, so you can actually move them across the surface. So yeah, it's the Dragon Boat Festival, Chinese Festival Special Edition. And as I said, there's a little scene with there's some food being served, which I believe is called zongi, which is a sticky rice meal that's served in banana leaves. But we'll have a look at those pieces because it actually has some exclusive printed pieces. So out of the box, there is a sticker sheet. My sticker sheet was a little bit bent up in the corner, and it is a shame that unfortunately on all of the Dragon boats, all of the scales on either side of the boats are stickers, and you have to then obviously line them up. So let's have a look at the set. So here it is all together. So you've got the two Dragon boats, you've got the two sort of finish lines, I guess, and then you've got a dock sort of behind, with a little food service area, a place for people to sort of cheer on, and then the official sort of podium with the trophy for first prize. So we'll have a quick look at the actual sort of background build. So on the left hand side there is a little sort of kitchenette area where they look like to be serving some sort of rice dish, which I believe is zongi, which is a sticky rice in banana leaves. You can see the leaves there, you can see things cooking, you can see a little pot of rice with the little white tile there to represent the rice, and you've got stickers on the two signs there to indicate that the food is available. There's a little area for a couple of people to cheer on, and then you have the sort of the official stand, and up on the podium there is a very official looking judge, I'm assuming, as well as the trophy. There's some stickers on the banner there with the dragon, and then there's a little sort of scene underneath with some lily pads and a frog, and there's a little indication of blue to sort of indicate that they are obviously on water. So we'll turn that around the back. It's a little bit basic from the back, but as you can see there is plenty of room up on the podium there. You could probably get all 5 members of the winning boat up there. There's a little staircase going up to it, and then this is the back of the kitchen area. As I said, it's a nice little build. The kitchen has a little pot cooking, and it has some of these printed cheese slope tiles, which are the actual zongi. So it looks really good. There's even some hanging out the back there, I'm assuming to dry or for storage. So that is the main sort of background build. Now we'll have a look at the next build, which is the 2 flags. Fairly basic build, obviously just there to basically indicate, I think, the finish line for each of the boats. So we'll move on to the boats, and both of the boats use a very identical build, the only difference being the actual head of the dragon on each one. There's some interesting part usage in the heads, and I'll go through that shortly, but basically you're building quite a long little boat, identical sort of tails, just in different colours. Stickers, unfortunately, all along the side for the scales. The head uses some interesting car parts. It also uses the croissant piece. It uses flippers. It uses a bit of everything. And I really like the way that they've done the eye with the little paddle type piece pushed through a single stud round piece. It looks very effective to give you that white with the black eye. So that is on tiny little wheels, so it can actually push along the surface. And as I said, there is a sticker all the way along, which is difficult to obviously get lined up and make sure that it is all lined up, and also make sure that the scales are all facing the same way. Now, as I said, the green dragon boat is a pretty much identical build up until the head. So both builds are very similar. They've got the little drum at the front there. The build for this one is slightly different in regards to it uses a phone piece at the front for the nose. It also has the sort of moustache coming down the side. Again, flippers, but a different colour flippers. Both boats again have the wheels on the bottom, so you can push them along the surface. But I think both heads are distinct enough, but they do look really nice as two sort of very distinct dragons. It's very interesting. The piece over the eyes there is actually one of the sort of large moulded sections for the front of a car. And so some of the pieces that they use to get the shape and the look of each dragon are very clever. There were a few little spare parts left over, so we'll have a look at those now. So including a couple of the printed pieces. So there's a little odds and ends there, but these are the two sort of leftover cheese slope pieces that are printed, which are to look like they are wrapped, the wrapped rice parcels. I don't know if one is in a brown leaf and a green leaf, or one's just dried and has been there for a while. Now we'll have a look at the minifigures. So each of the boat crews has their own distinct costume. The green boat has obviously the orange sleeveless top with the green sash. So they've all got front printing there, and some printing onto the legs, obviously with the sash coming down. Most of those line up pretty well. So overall it's a good print. Some of them have dual faces, and we'll go on to the back and have a look. So 2 of the 5 do have a second face print. There's a sort of apprehensive sort of look if we can get that focused. It may not focus. And then there's a sort of a scared look. So it's either we're about to lose the dragon boat, or we've sprung a leak, one of the two. So the red boat, again, they have their own distinct costume. It's in the white and the red. The red sash is on the different side, so it's not just the exact same print, just in a different colour. Hopefully the camera will focus in on that. The drummer obviously has drumsticks, which in this case are actually Harry Potter wands. And then again, two of the guys on the boat do have alternate faces. So we've got the seasick face and another sort of, oh my gosh, we've sprung a leak face. So overall the printing is good. It's got back printing and front printing and a little bit of printing on the legs. As I said, the two boats together look amazing. The dragons are slightly different from each other, but they are very distinct. And again, I think it's a really good use of pieces, and some interesting pieces at that. I'm not sure if we've had some of these pieces in that colour, that croissant in that dark red, I can't recall before, but I think the use of the flippers, the gold sort of leaf piece for the beard looks really good. So each of the boats holds 5 minifigs, and obviously you have each of them with the oars, one with the steering oar at the back, or the cocks, and basically then there's also 2 drummers at the front to obviously keep the beat for the team while they're rowing down the river. So now we'll have a quick look at the minifigures who come in the background scene. So most of these are very generic prints that we've seen before. I'm sure the guy with the hat has been in one of the Ninjago sets. The family sort of scene, the classic green jacket with the necklace and the flannelette shirt have all been printed before. Faces again are all very sort of generic. There's nothing sort of out of the ordinary. And the guy in the suit, or the judge, again, are all sort of prints that we've seen before. So there is back printing on all of them. I'm not sure. I don't think there is any actual back printing on any of the faces. So the 2 main people there have a couple of flags to obviously cheer everyone on. And this is just a closer look at the actual build for the little sort of restaurant area where they're cooking the zongi. And then, as I said, there's some interesting use of pieces there. They've used the hot dogs to sort of make the banner. The stickers are very difficult to line up on that. You have to actually line up the dragon. But the build connects together well. It's a good little sort of Dockland sort of style build. And overall, I think the entire scene looks really good. It would have been nice to have a little bit more water. They do give a bit of an indication of the water in the back build. I've just put it on some blue boards there just for effect, but I think it is a really nice set. It'll display quite well, and I think it is a worthy inclusion to the other Chinese festival sets that we've received this year. So this, as I said, it was $79.99 here in Australia, and I believe it'll be available on Shop at Home worldwide within the next 6 months, if not sooner. I'm not sure what the international prices will be, but I think there is quite a good value for money in this set. It feels more expansive than, say, the Dancing Dragon set that was previously released, and you can see my review of those other Chinese exclusive sets on my YouTube channel. But yeah, overall, really happy with the build, and the dragons do look amazing.